Guys, let's talk about a very important concept in Excel known as lookup function. Now, to help you understand this, let's assume an example. Suppose you want to extract some information for a set of data. The information that you need to extract is located in a table. That table might be in the same sheet or it can be in a different worksheet. So how the scenario is that there is a data against which you need to extract some information. The information which you need to extract is located in a table on the same or on a different worksheet. Now how will you extract the data from that table to your destination cell? By using a formula. This problem is managed by lookup functions. So lookup functions ideally helps us to extract the value from a selected range of data. There are two lookup functions, VLookup and HLookup. Now V stands for vertically. If there is a set of data that is vertically against which we need to extract the information, then we will use VLookup. Similarly, if there is a set of data horizontally against which we need information to be extracted, we will be using HLookup. So VLookup, HLookup. Now let's dive into the syntax. Let's dive into the formula for VLookup. So as soon as you press equals VLookup tab or open the bracket, it shows you the syntax and Excel asks you for a lookup value. Now what is a lookup value? Lookup value is that value for which you need the information to be extracted. Alright, so lookup value will be that value for which you need to extract the information, comma, table array. Table array will be that table where that information is located which you need to extract. Alright, so lookup value, that value for which you need the information, table array, that table from where you need that information, comma, column index number. Column index number means the information that you need to extract is located in which column in that table. Is it column 1? Is it column 2? Is it column 3? Or so on. Alright, so lookup value, that value for which we need to extract the information, table array, the table from where we need to extract that information, column index number, the information which we need to extract is located in which column in that table. Alright, comma, range lookup. So if you see any syntax, anything which Excel asks in square brackets, that means first of all it is optional. Alright, nevertheless we will use it, comma, it will, as soon as you go on to range lookup, it will ask you, do you want it as an exact match or do you want it to be an approximate match? Alright, so by default it's exact match. We'll use exact match here. I'll tell you the scenarios where we'll use approximate match also going forward. Alright, so that was VLookup function, VLookup formula for you. Coming on to HLookup, the syntax is exactly the same. The only difference is in VLookup it was column index number. In HLookup it is row index number. So in VLookup, you need to tell Excel that the data is located in which column of your table. Whereas in HLookup, you need to tell Excel the data that you need to extract is located in which row. That's all. Now that was the theory part. I hope at least 10% of what I'm trying to say has been conveyed to you. Am I right? Or am I right? Nevertheless, jokes apart, going on to the practical aspect, this will make things much clearer. So let's look at the very first example of VLookup here. You have a set of data. You have certain banks with you and you have net worth figure of those banks for FY18 and FY19. Below this table, I have another table where I have pulled out certain bank names. Now what I need to do is I need to fill the net worth figures of these respective banks. Now remember my very first example when we started the video. I told you that there might be situations where you need certain data to be extracted, right? You might have certain data sets for which you need some information to be extracted. That information may be located in a table, right? So the information that I need to extract here is located in this table for FY18 and FY19. So I need to apply a lookup formula that is clear to us, right? Now under lookup, which formula? The data I need to extract is vertical, correct? There's a vertical data. So hence I use a VLookup. Starting with equals VLookup, comma, lookup value guys. What will be my lookup value? Remember, lookup value is that value for which I need the information to be extracted. So here, for what I need the information? I need the information for HDFC Bank. Correct? I need the net worth figure for HDFC Bank to be extracted. So lookup value becomes HDFC Bank, comma, table array. That table from where I need the information. So I need the information from this entire table, comma, column index number. Now the information that I need to extract is located in which column? Is it column 1, column 2, column 3, or is it just column 1 or column 2? A question for you guys. Now I know that the information that I need is located in C column, correct? Now I need to enter it as a number, that first column, second column, third column, or what is it, right? Now I have a question for you. What do I mention here? Should I mention 3 or should I mention 2? Should I mention 3, third column, starting with A, B, C, third column? Or should I mention 2, starting with only B or C? What do you think? Those who say it is 2, my great applause to you. It's absolutely correct. Why? Because the column that I will select has to be within the selected range. I have selected the data from B column, not from A column, correct? So within the selected range, what is my column number that has the information which I need to extract? Column 1, column 2. Hence, I write 2 here. Clear? Should I repeat it once more? Okay, let's say I just said that I need to mention column index number. Column index number I need to mention as either it is first column or second column or third column or so on. Correct? So I am saying that I will write it 2 instead of 3. Now you will say C is ideally the third column, 1, 2 and 3. But I say no, it is the second column. Why? Because I need to select the columns from the selected range. Alright, so I have selected the range or I have selected the data from B column. Hence, within this selected range, this B column is my first column. Correct? So C's second column is my FY18 column. Hence, I write 2 here, comma, approximate match or exact match. I need this to be an exact match. So I have 2 alternatives here. Either I can go to false and press enter or select this, or I can also write 0, right? I can also write 0. 0 stands for exact match. 1 stands for approximate match. Alright, so either you can go to false and select this, or you can also mention 0 and close the bracket and press enter. Let's check 106295 and 106295. Perfect. Congratulations guys, you have successfully applied VLookup. Yay! Alright. Now one more thing guys here. If I want to do it for ICICI, Axis and Yes Bank, do I need to again apply the VLookup formula? That will cause redundancy, isn't it? And we are trying to avoid redundancy, I told you earlier in the video. So what will we do? I have to just copy it down. But can I simply copy it down at this stage? I will say no. Why? Because let's see. If I just copy it down, what will happen is, if you notice, my range gets shifted. Again, my range will get shifted. Again, my range will get shifted. Now you will say that still you are getting the correct answer. Well, that is because you have the top five banks you have selected, right? So even if it goes one step down, those top 5 banks are in order. Let's take an example. Let's do IDFC Bank here and HDFC Bank here. Now you notice something, that it becomes NA. Why? Because as soon as my range gets shifted, HDFC Bank is outside the table now. Hence, I have a major problem here. Correct? So what should I do? Let's apply it again and I'll tell you what is the solution to this thing. Equals VLookup. Lookup value will be IDFC Bank, comma, table array. I select the entire table. Now, here is the catch guys. I don't want my range to change. Striking something in your brain? I said, I don't want this range to change. If I don't want anything to change, if I don't want anything to move, what do I use? I use my freezings. I use my F4. As soon as I press F4 here, it will show me the dollar signs for both the ranges, right? So entire table has been freezed here, comma, I know the column index number is 2 and I know I have to make 0 for exact match. Press enter. Now try and copy it and you get the correct answer. Why? Because the range is every time intact. Why? Because you have freezed it. Correct? I hope that is clear guys. If not, let's do it again on FY19. Equals VLookup. What is the lookup value? That value for which I need the information. Here it becomes IDFC Bank. So I select IDFC Bank, comma, table array. Table array is this entire table and freezings, comma, column index number. Now which column? Is it column 2 or is it column 3? Correct. It's column 3 because 1, 2 and 3, comma, and exact match. Perfect guys. Very good. Now that's how you use VLookup. Okay, there is one problem here which I'll tell you in the next video. Guys, hold on. The video is not complete yet. Now that was VLookup. Let's come down and we have another table guys. This time, tell me what do we apply here? Now what I want is, I want sales and profit figure against B and C projects. Now I need the information horizontally. Hence I use HLookup. Simple. It is exactly the same formula. Instead of column index number, it is row index number now. Alright, let's try it together. Equals HLookup. Lookup value. Lookup value will become sales. Against sales, you need the information. Am I right? Am I right, guys? Will it be sales or will it be project B? It will be project B. Why? Because for project B I need the information. Not for sales I need the information, right? For project B I need the information. So lookup value is project B, comma, table array becomes the entire table. And remember, freezings, comma, row index number. What will be the row now? 1, 2. So sales are in my second row. Comma, exact match, 0 for exact match, and you close the bracket. And voila, you get 2000. So project B, sales becomes 2000. If I drag it to project C, 3000. Let's do the same for profit. That's how easy HLookup is. If you know VLookup, HLookup is a child's play for you. So HLookup, lookup value becomes project B, comma, table array is the entire table, freezed, comma, row is this time first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So this time row index is 5th, comma, and exact match, close it, and voila, you get the answers. So that's how we apply VLookup and HLookup. Now I hope this is clear, guys. First of all, now the most important is that you need to be clear with how you apply VLookup. If it is not clear, guys, I would request you have the files with you, do it with me, practice a lot on VLookup and HLookup, because that's mostly these formulas are used while you are working on tons and millions of rows of data, right? So that's how we use VLookup and HLookup. Presently, what the problem is, guys, we are still not able to reduce our redundancy here. You ask why? I tell you why. Because I applied VLookup here, remember? I applied VLookup again here. You will say, so sir, please copy it here. Will I be able to get the correct answer if I copy it across? Absolutely not. Why? Because firstly, I haven't freezed it, right? So if I copy it, it will change. Second, freezing is not the issue that I want to highlight here. Second is, I have manually entered 2 here. If I go to this column, since it's a manual entry, it will keep picking 2. But what do I need here? I needed 3. So can I have a formula? Is a formula available wherein I can just use that formula inside VLookup and it will automatically give me whether it is 2, whether it is 3, whether it is 4th column or so on? Yes, I have a formula, guys. That formula is something known as a match formula. So I use a match formula inside VLookup formula. We will do this after we understand match. So I'll see you in the next video where we will explain and we will understand how a match function works. And then we will come back to this video. We will come back to this example and solve it and automate my VLookup function so that it's very, very dynamic and you just have to apply it once, and if you copy, you get the results.